Hi, everybody. My name is Kate Waldron. This is my course for EDET 755. I'm going to apologize in advance for my voice. I've been suffering from a respiratory infection for the last week. Tried to wait, but sometimes it is how it is. So this is a course I designed that I actually plan on using for my middle school computer science students next year. I am switching subjects, so I'm really excited about it. I'm going to take you to the student view real quick. Very simple layout for my middle schoolers, as they tend to be able to confuse absolutely everything that I give them. Very simple navigation over here: announcements, syllabus, modules, assignments. And right up front, when parents and students see this, they can see that the course is designed to be 3 to 4 weeks long, and what the course will actually introduce them to. Now, you can go through, you can see the syllabus, and as they move into the different modules, right, they actually have to move through the modules in order to unlock these different modules. Sometimes I struggle with my middle schoolers trying to jump ahead, but they can always go back and access the other modules, right, as they move through the course. All their due dates are on one day, so it's really up to them to self-pace themselves. And that's something we really work hard to do in middle school to make them more independent learners. So let me take you through a module real quick. So this is a basic example of what a module looks like. They get an introduction at the very beginning of the module and what they're completing. And of course, it tells them they have to complete them in order. They get a nice reading, and most of them, I really love the incorporation of literacy into my courses. And of course, they get a small annotation guide, and it's always here if they need it. What is information? This is actually going to hyperlink them out to a YouTube video. Now, why didn't I embed it to the page? I want them to get used to them opening separate tabs, because they're going to be using more than one tab for the most of the rest of the course. So moving from there, they'll move into what I'm using as a quick check. We'll preview this real quick. Right? Some of these are multiple questions. Some of these are actually going to be free response questions, depending on what they are using throughout the module, but just to make sure that they've done their reading. So again, we move back through chapter 5. They've got some videos to watch. And again, how do we collect information? This one's a simple one about collecting data from a doctor's office that they actually watched in those videos. And then why they need to collect information. So this is actually an activity for them to collect information, where they're going to use NOAA to look at tides. They've got the chart here that they can see. I didn't want them to just copy and paste this chart though, so they actually exports it out to a Google document, and it's got the source here. So they can go and actually submit the document here as a PDF, and then they're going to answer these questions about why collecting information is so important. And then they have an activity where they have to complete a Google form on collecting information that they'll actually share with me. I did give them specific instructions, because again, with middle schoolers, you have to be very, very specific. Now, this is a free response quiz. This is different from the multiple choice quiz, but these are different questions that they have to answer. Again, only releasing the questions one at a time, because middle schoolers, they tend to rush through things, and I really wanted them to be able to move through the module itself. This is how all the modules are structured. At the very end, they get a performance task where they have to create an infographic. They've got some multiple choice questions, and this is how it's overall structured. So again, very straightforward. They have to click through it, and just making sure frequently that we are checking for information. I'm really excited to use this next year with my middle schoolers. I'm really looking forward to it, and I've really enjoyed this course and enjoyed this project. Thank you for your time, and let me know if you have any questions.